position that I was like, wow, these guys are really good and coming off the ball, the way that they attacked Prairie View. It was their defensive front, and we handled them pretty good. Again, I don't think that's any coincidence that Chad went in there and performed at a high level to help us do that. Just kind of secure things and shore things up a little bit.
Talked a little bit about Dean Connors. What would say when your backup running back can almost get to 100 yards and 2 touchdowns when he seemed touchy?
Yeah, I thought Taji played really well, and that's no surprise to anybody. His first touchdown, it was like, man, congrats, first minute. And then, you see him get the end zone again, and you see Q-Jack with some explosive things out there today, too. I think maybe that's one guy that probably didn't touch the field as much as we would have planned in this game is Quentin Jackson, because he's electric. And when he did get the ball in his hands, whether it was on kickoff returns or putting the ball in his belly or throwing it to him, he made plays. And that's what we expect from him. And then it was really cool for our football team to see Coleman Bennett go in there and get in the end zone, and Christian Francisco have some good carries for us as well. So just proud of all those guys. I mean, I think we had 9 guys run the football tonight, and 9 receivers catch balls, so that's always a good thing.
And then special teams switch, made the switch from Tim Horn to Enoch go to kind of, how difficult was that decision, and what do you feel about the results?
It's difficult because Tim Horn does everything in our program right, and he's a guy that's been elected to the leadership council by his teammates, and but at the end of the day, Enoch's been really consistent. It's been back and forth between those guys in practice, and it just reached a point where it's time to give Enoch a chance. And it's great to see Enoch take advantage of that chance. Both Enoch and Tim had some great kickoffs for us today. I think every time Enoch did something good, Tim was the first one to greet it, which again, that's what we're all about. They're celebrating each other, and that's really cool. I think special teams, aside from the penalties, which I'll look forward to seeing those flags that were thrown, watching those plays more later tonight on the iPad, because I'm not sure if I completely understand what it's called.
And then on the penalty front, I think y'all were at 70 yards of penalties and 80 yards allowed by your defense. Which one kind of surprised you most once you get to the end of the night?
Well, it's hard to do that. It's hard to make college football shut anybody out, and it's hard to hold people. I think they had 10 positive yards at halftime. So obviously that's our defense getting after them pretty good. So I don't like the penalty number. I do like the defensive number, and we'll continue to work towards that. We got to still get more takeaways, on the defensive front. 2 picks are awesome. We need more. We want to be greedy. Give them nothing and take everything.
And you talked about it a little bit last week. Is this the step you need to see? You mentioned the O-line, but the D-line to combine the sacks with the rush defense.
Yeah, I think the line of scrimmage was moving in the Rice House favor pretty much all night long, no matter which side of the ball we were on. But again, I think that comes from playing this game the right way and respecting the game enough to fire off the football every time and to try to do your 111 and do it in a violent manner. Again, that's just what this game demands. It's a really needy game. And when we do that, again, we have to prepare the right way and we have to come out and play. We were full of juice today, and it's the way it's got to be.
And then we all know the game coming up next week is pretty important. How important?
Who do we play next week?
Houston Crosstown.
Oh, Crosstown. Cool.
How important was it to get this game before you have such a tough test?
Well, more than anything, we just need to play that game. I would have played Jones Junior High or I would have played Alabama High. We need to play somebody today, We just need to get a chance to get our group back in some form or fashion, play football and love this thing. And we did that. So that's what I'm happy about is we got a chance to play this game. I don't know. I think our guys will always get up for that one next week. You know what I mean? That's an important one in this town. And that one was too tonight. Playing those guys across town. They were able to communicate their feelings about how they were going to hit our quarterback and how one of their players was going to have 120 yards on Sean Fresh. And when you're in the same city, that happens. There's going to be some relationships from high school, and that just makes these things seem like a little bit of a rivalry. That's fun. So the same will be true next week. I'm sure there will be some guys talking back and forth. This is an opportunity for us to go out there and earn this value bucket for the second year in a row, which I guess hasn't happened here since 2000 or 2001. So that's a big deal to win that thing back and to know that that's staring down celebrate this one before we talk about Houston anymore? If you don't mind. I'll just say, I know this team is going to be excited for this next week. I think this is going to make us hungrier than ever. That's what I really hope and believe.
Coach, obviously there was a lot of emphasis on the running game, but in the receiving game, Braylon Walker made a nice adjustment on his touchdown catch. Can you talk about that catch and just what you've seen from him?
Yeah, number one, I think it was a great catch, but I think the throw was spectacular. The back shoulder and just like, I don't know, I mean, that was a well-thrown football into a very small window that had to be thrown. And just good throw and catch, good protection. So that was a lot of fun. I think Braylon's still coming. You know, I think we're seeing the best we've ever had of Braylon in terms of his attention to detail in the game plan. But that kid's got some unique ability, and we got to continue to use it. One that really blew me away today is, and you can razz him up on this, is Kobe Campbell. Today was his birthday, and he should have scored on that reverse. And we're going to make sure he watches that and sees that he should have scored on his birthday.
Anything else, Coach?
All right, thank you all.